Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me for On the Couch with Fouch. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you're on YouTube, and go to mattfouch.com, sign up for the email newsletter. Today I have an interview with one of gospel music's favorite soprano singers, Karen Peck. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. I am so glad this finally worked out.
Well, we tried to do it in 2015.
Yes.
At National Quartet Convention because, and I've actually said this for several of the interviews, Legacy 5, there's a lot of artists here that we don't see a lot throughout the year. There are some artists like Greater Vision, the Booth Brothers, that we do a lot, the Jubilee stuff. We do a lot of concerts with them. But like you guys, we don't see you a whole lot. So I don't have the opportunity to do this. So last year we tried to do it, and it didn't work. And to be honest with you, the questions I have for you today are the questions that was submitted in 2015. I kept it for a whole year, hoping that in 2016 we could make it happen.
I am so glad this happened, even though it was a little late getting to the interview.
It doesn't matter.
So,
don't worry about it.
Well, thank you, and I'm so glad to be here. And it's such a beautiful day outside today.
It is, and this is one of the only ones we're going to do this year outside.
Yes.
So it's beautiful out here. There's not a lot of people around right now, which is perfect.
Yes.
There's a beautiful river behind us, or in front of us, behind you guys, and it's just so nice out here. So we thought we'd bring it outside, do the interview out here. We're not on a nice soft couch, but nice concrete couch or concrete bench,
yes,
whatever.
If we'd have known that, we could have brought some throw pillows or something.
Throw those down there. So Karen, the first question I have for you is Christy Devine. Thank you for your question. She wants to know, who is your biggest gospel music influence?
I guess my greatest gospel music influence would be Rex Nealon, because he was my boss for almost 10 years. He was such a great man, a great example. He was a great boss. He was such a classy man.
Mm-hmm.
He's very strict, but yet he was fun.
Right.
And so I even find myself to this day, when we're trying to make decisions for New River, I'll think, what would Rex do? So I would say he's probably my greatest influence in as far as a person in gospel music. I have so many, but I think that Rex would have to be the top of the list.
So share, since you mentioned Rex, share one of your favorite Rex memories.
Oh my goodness, there are so many. Matter of fact, I guess one of the sweetest memories was when my dad passed away. I had left the Nealons, and he had decided not to go on the road that particular day, the day of my father's funeral, and he and Kelly and the family, they came and sang at my dad's funeral, and I just thought that meant so much to me that they would do that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess probably a couple of years later, we were working with the Nealons, and we were walking back to the bus. He was about to go to his bus, and I was about to go to my bus, and he said, I guess, he wasn't a man of a lot of words, and but he said, well, I guess, Karen, since your dad's not here, I guess I can just be your dad. And I just thought that was the greatest compliment, and that just made me feel so good.
Right.
So I just will always remember that. But he was always a jokester, and he teased me relentlessly. I mean, like, it was, he was always teasing me about something. And if anything ever bothered me, just little things, he would tease me about that very thing. So he was really a funny person as well.
Everybody needs a prankster.
Oh, he was a prankster.
Especially, or a jokester, especially on the bus you got 45 feet that you're on for 5 days straight, and so you need somebody that you can go to, man, give me a good joke.
Hey, do you want me to tell you what he did? I don't know if I should tell this or not, but since this is Matt on the couch, and since this is an interview that is like off the cuff here.
Right, yeah, go ahead.
When I was working with the Nealons, we were working this fair, and so they were catering food. And so I walked off the bus. He was coming down the hill, and I was about to walk up the hill. And, of course, you had the Ferris wheels, all of the rides going. And I said, Rex, where's catering? He said, go back. He said, go the rest up the hill, take a left and go all the way to the end, and it'll be right there on the left. I said, okay. So I went up the hill, took a left, and when I got to the end, there were some fair people in there, like outside taking a shower. and I screamed. And when I did, he heard me. And I turned around and I started running back, and I remember running down the hill, and I can see him to this day. He was standing at the front of the bus outside with his hands over his stomach, bent over laughing. He just thought that was the funniest thing. And but he was always just, always telling me giving me wrong directions. That's, just always funny.
Yeah.
But, and it's those are memories that I will always cherish.
Absolutely.
And I've just got so many great memories of Rex, and being able to be with my favorite group, which was the Nealons. I was with him for almost 10 years. And of course, I was able to travel with Alphys Lefevre and the Lefevres 1 year prior to the Nealons, which I got that job because of Rex.
Wow.
And so, those are days that I'll never forget. And now we've had New River since January of '91. So 2016, we started the year off celebrating 25 years as New River. And so I'm able to travel with my sister, my husband, my kids, and it's just a dream come true. It's
Right.
the National Quartet Convention 2016. Seemed like all week, all I heard was artists and even industry people like Ed Leonard and Ed Harper, and people talking about their dream jobs. And this is my dream job.
That's awesome.
I'll be one of those people, that honestly, you will be thinking this. They'll be rolling me out, or I'll be walking out slowly on the stage, and you'll look at my husband and you'll say, "Tell her to go home.
Tell her it's time to quit."
She needs to go home." I will be one of those people.
Okay.
So, because I love what I do.
Be forewarned. You're going to be listening to her sing until she can't sing.
That's it.
Again. Until it's done. It's gone.
Listen, the Lord will call me home. That'll be it. And then I'll be done. Or maybe he'll just come and get us all. That would be awesome.
Speaking of your singing, you are a great singer, just phenomenal.
Oh, thank you.
And everyone loves to hear you sing. And
Thank you.
Christian Johnson would like to know, do you do vocal warm-ups?
You know what? I used to be very faithful at doing warm-ups. But, lately it seems like, it's every now and then maybe, I'll be in the back of the bus singing along with a CD, or or maybe something on TV or whatever, but I don't do it as much as I used to. But I used to be very faithful at it, which I need to do it. So if you are a singer, always do vocal warm-ups. Was that the right answer?
Don't do as I do as I say.
That's
do your
right.
vocal warm-ups. So
I would, but I've taken voice.
Right.
And when I was in college, I was a piano major, and I took classical piano for 11 years. And so when I took voice lessons, listen, with this accent, it's hard, but I sang classical. And so
Wow.
Give
me a little Ave Maria or something.
It would be like Ellie Mae Clampett trying to sing, whatever. But I will say this to all of the aspiring singers, always take voice lessons.
Yeah.
And if they say, well, we have, is operatic style, that's great, because that teaches you how to breathe. It opens your range. And I say, you can hear this, and and hear how I'm talking, and hear how I sing, but you can always apply what you're learning, and then make it your own.
Right.
And so, but I always say, learn the instrument and learn what you're doing.
Right.
And I'm
Great
still
advice.
learning. After
Great
all
advice.
of these years, I've been traveling since 1980. I'm still learning, and
We're all still trying to continue to do a better job at our craft. Our craft
Absolutely.
is, I'm a bass singer, you're a soprano, so we're always trying to develop and get better.
I
And so
know.
continuing to do a better job at what you do.
And before, you know what, I challenge you and me. Why don't we do this? Okay, y'all have to stay for this interview, however long it goes, because we may sing a duet. We need to do a duet.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, we have a bass and a tenor.
This
is what you all love.
This-
You could care less about the lead singer and the baritone. Am I right?
This is On the Couch with Fouch, and I control this interview, okay? You have no control here. You're not going to tell me what to do. This is my interview.
This is great. Mama, Daddy sang bass and Mama sang tenor.
There you go. Maybe we'll Daddy sing bass.
Mama sang tenor.
There you go. You got it.
There you go. That's it.
awesome.
Oh, that's
Okay,
fun.
so you were speaking of tenor singing. So there's actually a question on here that has something to do with actual tenor singing.
Yes.
Wes Jenkins, thank you for your question, Wes. Back in 2015, he wants to know, what's it like singing "Looking for a City" with Brian Free?
It is crazy because Brian Free he sings like a woman, and he sings higher than I do, and so it's
Really?
like here. I mean, Brian Free, there is no limit to his voice, and he is so good. I mean, Brian to me is one of the best tenors ever, and so he does a great job. So that's a lot of fun. And we scream. I mean, but it's a lot of fun.
Okay, Gene Beck wants to know, how do you always seem so perky?
Well, I'm not always perky. I mean,
The truth comes out.
that's it. But I have always been young at heart, and I've always been a very silly person. I guess it's just my personality.
Well, now you
And-
just touched on the silly thing,
Yeah.
and you always get the whole blonde joke stuff.
Oh, yes.
Every event that
everywhere.
you're at, it's
Yes.
the blonde joke.
That's
thing.
it. I'm really not blonde, and I'm really not dumb. So, but it's one of those things where I'm a glass half full person. That's that. I always try to see the good in people. Have I been disappointed in life? Many times I have, but I'd rather take a chance.
Yeah.
I'd rather take a chance on people. I'd rather take a chance and believe them, and just be happy. I mean, have always been a happy person.
Well, I've got something for you here. Since you said you're not really blonde and you're really smart, is that
Well,
what
for
you
the most
said?
part.
So this is going to be a challenge for you. I'm going to do something I've not done before and on the couch with Fouch. I'm putting you on the spot.
Okay.
I would love to hear you sing the lyrics to "Amazing Grace" to the tune of "When We All Get to Heaven." Now take a moment and think about that. And while you're thinking about it, I just want to tell you guys that On the Couch with Fouch it's not being brought to you by this week, but one of my great friends, the Singing News Radio, has let me use their room and their couch for several of the interviews. So be sure to check out singingnewsradio.com and listen. I mean, they play the best Southern gospel music, so you absolutely want to go check that out. They have an app. You can listen to it online, however you really want to, with the media and everything. So I hope that has given Karen enough time to think about this. So,
Okay,
you think you can do this?
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I see.
Wow! Way to go!
Thank you.
Good
I do
job.
it?
You did it
I
right.
have no idea if
You
I
did it
that.
right, yes.
I have no idea. was
So when
fun.
I decided I want to do that, I had to figure it out for myself, right?
Yes.
Because then if you couldn't do it, I was going to have to say, well, this is how you do it, right?
Well, how do you
So-
do it?
See, I would do it, "Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I see."
Oh, I love that.
So yeah, I mean, it's close enough. That's awesome. Good job. Put you on the
thank you.
spot.
Can I get you to do something?
Okay, here we go again. You always
Okay.
try and take control.
Could you sing Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious to the tune of Amazing Grace? That was good.
I mean, I got a
was
little
quick.
bit there.
That
Can
was
you-
quick thinking.
Can you do it?
Oh, are you kidding?
See,
no,
now,
was
see,
just
I
being
prepared
funny.
myself for that.
Yeah, that was good.
That's good. That's good. So I was.
That was
That was
fun.
excellent. Good job. I'm
Thank
so
you.
proud of you. Ruth Hebert wants to know: have you perfected the carrot cake?
Oh, my carrot cake. You know what? I have not perfected it. Now, the taste is always consistent, but every time I bake that carrot cake, it always falls. Even if the weather's good, weather's bad, I've tried everything I know, and I do not know what I'm doing, but that cake falls every time. But that just gives me more excuse to put more icing in it.
And who doesn't love icing?
Exactly. And it's homemade cream cheese icing.
Yeah. Very
it's
good. So
fun.
I want to try your carrot cake sometime. Well, maybe I just want to try the icing.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Do you like carrot cake?
I do, yeah.
That's good. I'll have to make it, seriously.
So this is another good question. Smoky Mountain Santa wants to know. Danny Jones gives you a hard time. What do you want to tell on Danny Jones to get back at him? This is your chance.
Danny Jones.
To get back at Danny for all the hard times he's given you.
I would say Danny Jones gives me such a hard time. I would have to say he really is not as funny as he thinks he is. Now, he thinks he's a comedian, but he's really not. So he's really not funny at all. That's what I would say about Danny Jones.
There you go. Take that, Danny. For all those hard times you gave her, you're not funny.
No, you're not.
Okay, it's time for the Fouch Zone. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Do you know what it is?
No.
You have a certain unspecified amount of time to answer the questions. If you don't get these questions and the answers in the amount of time, I go directly to the next question.
Okay.
Number 1, if you're scared half to death 2 times, what happens to you? Time. How many strips of bacon do you get from a pig?
1.
Time. What do you call a flock of crows? Time. How much lipstick does the average woman use in 5 years?
10.
Can a kangaroo hop if you lift its tail off the ground?
No.
All right.
Was
Good
I
job.
right on that?
You got the last one correct, yes.
I had
You were
no
right on that.
idea. I just said no.
Well, it was a
because
yes
I
or no.
figured
You
it was
got
a
the
no.
no. Okay. So, if you're scared half to death 2 times, what happens to you?
You're still scared half to death. Or
Who knows what happens to
or
you?
you're scared whole to death,
I
so
don't-
that means you're dead.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
don't,
right?
I don't know that there's
Do
a correct
you know,
answer.
I said I was not blonde, but I do act blonde. Do you know who you're interviewing here?
Yes, that's why I asked you that.
I know. You knew to ask me that.
How many strips of bacon do you get from a pig? You said 1. Would you like another try? Because I don't think that's good.
How many strips of bacon from a pig?
Yeah.
Well, what size of pig?
Well,
If it's a little pig, we don't know.
It's approximately 300.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, do you know what you put on a sick pig? Do you know what you put on a sick pig? Ointment. Next question.
Ointment.
I could hear the silence all around
What do you?
me.
All of the people.
Right.
These people at home are laughing
There
at
you
that.
go.
They're watching and
Yes.
laughing at that.
Thank you.
What do you call a flock of crows?
What do you call a flock of crows?
A murder. How much lipstick does the average woman use in 5 years? I believe you said 10.
I just said 10.
10. That's a
Probably
great number.
10,000.
A woman uses her height in lipstick every 5 years.
Her what?
Her height. On average, a woman uses her height in lipstick every
Really?
5 years.
Oh my
Now think about how much
goodness.
lipstick you
That's
put
a
on.
lot of lipstick. You know what? I can believe that. I can believe that.
And
yes.
can a
that's
kangaroo
interesting.
hop if you lift its tail off the ground? Your answer was no. And that was ding, 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 correct.
Well, I'm glad I got one.
Good job.
Well, I don't know. Did I fail that test?
1 out of 5, what's that, 20%? Let's ask those kids at home that are watching. Would you pass if you got a 20% in class? No.
That's
But
it.
hey, you got 1. Some people don't even get to say a word. I mean, they don't even get a word in. So you got 1 right. Good job.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you, friend.
It's been a blast.
That was fun.
I'm so glad we got to do it.
I am too. Thank you so much.
You're
Let's do
welcome.
this again.
Let's
but next time
absolutely-
we'll get some throw pillows.
Right. We'll
Right
do an
here.
update sometime
Yeah,
with
oh,
you.
let's do. I
Be
would
cool.
love that. We have an
Absolutely.
album that's going to be out. I would love to do that
When?
sometime. Probably
2017?
Probably 2017.
All right.
Like springtime.
Okay.
So yeah,
We'll
that'd
be looking for fun.
that.
that.
Okay.
Thanks so much for joining On the Couch with Fouch. Interviews with your favorite Southern gospel music artists. Go to mattfouch.com today. Sign up to get the emails so it comes directly to your mailbox every month. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
And one last thing. Tell them where they can catch up with New River.
Karen Peck and NewRiver.com. Sign up on our newsletter. We'll let you know what's going on with Karen Peck and New River. Go over to our Facebook page, our fan page, and be sure to like our page. Also, I'm on Twitter at Karen Peck Gooch, Instagram. Y'all
Man.
come on, join us.
Thank Thanks so much for watching.